What is going on, everyone? Mecca here with a brand new visual novel development stream, and in this stream we're gonna be actually hold on. Let me actually change up my screen a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I was just changing up my screen a little bit. Okay, and so welcome everyone. This is Mega, and in in today's stream we're gonna be doing some PBR shading. And now, what is PBR shading? We are PBR shading is a photo. I think it's actually it's basically photorealistic materials, but I think it's called like physically based rendering. And so this is the scene we're gonna be working with. This is a scene that I actually purchased from CG Trader, and so you can see it's a really big school. And now this is actually scaled down to like full size. Model was like so big that I would need to mess with my view with my clipping to see the whole model. But once I was able to get my size tool on it, I was able to hold on really quick. Okay, yeah. And once I was able to get my size tool onto it, I was able to size it to a size where I can actually work with it. And so the first thing we're gonna be doing with this scene is that, as you can see, I currently have it selected now, but you can see that the entire model is selected, because what this person did, whoever made this, is that they made the entire model. For some reason, I have no idea why they kept these like ugly like default like textures, and then just merged the entire thing and just sold that. And so this makes it makes it really complicated to actually use it. So what, in order to actually put good materials on it, what you actually have to do is that you have to choose an area that you're going to work with, separate that area from the actual model, and then do your PBR shading. Now this is actually a PBR shader that I use for this. This one actually doesn't come with I believe on textures.com it's called, they called it like a tube or something. But if we open this up, and this is my HDR that I have it on right now. So this is all the actual textures. It has an albedo, which, if you're familiar with PBR textures, albedo is basically a diffuse but without ambient light on it. The specular is one that I actually made. To make a specular, it's just basically like desaturating the image and then just adding a filter on it, and you're basically making it so that it's almost completely black, because how specular maps work is that anything that's black, it has no light, and anything that's white has light. Pretty easy to understand. And so when you're working with specular maps, what you're gonna do is that you're just gonna plug it into the specular node on the principal PSDF, and obviously with the albedo you put that in base color. For what is that? That I need to actually change. That's an actual mistake. So let's change that. I put the wrong texture. Okay, let me see. I really should start renaming these. And this is the roughness that we want. There we go. I don't know why it came up like that. Okay. All right, so now it's the correct one. And what I basically did there is that I had my road texture on this for and that just messed it all up. But it looks good now. Yeah, looks pretty good. This is a mistake I made over here, because what happened here is that that the actual that this area right here is it overlaps with this, and so it causes like some like the overlapping faces. If you're familiar with it, then that's what it causes. And so I tried to fix that by like deleting that face, and obviously I've screwed up this area right here and created a little bump. But that this is it's in an area where you're not actually gonna see it, because how I have my camera set up is that my camera is right there, and the bad side is right over here, so you're not gonna see it. Okay. So let's go ahead and actually get started on actually like doing this. So the one we're gonna work with is that we're gonna work with this area right here. Let me pull up the actual image that we're gonna do. Oh, and before we go, let me just pull up this one. This is what the specular map came out to be to look like when it was done. Yeah, so it looks almost completely black, but there is some like white in there. So it really helps with creating the texture, the normal maps. Okay. So, oh, and speaking of normal maps, that's the next thing that was on the on the thing. Yeah, let me go back to that. Yeah, and so for normal maps, they're really simple. You just add in a normal map node and just plug it into normal. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay, and so now let's go back to here, and let me pull up the actual image that we're going to be working with. If I could find it. Right here. It's in here. So for that area, we're going to be putting the stone. That's the stone, because that's how the reference is. Yeah, so this is the albedo that we're going to be using. It's a standard like old stone texture, and then we have a bump map. Now the bump map is a little bit different than a normal map. The differences between a normal map and a bump map is that a bump map only changes the albedo, so it goes up and down, whereas a normal map changes an albedo, so it's not only going up and down but also left and right. So it's more realistic. But the reason we're using a normal map is because the supplied textures that this model comes with, it comes with bump maps, not normal maps. So I'm just gonna use the bump maps instead of like making my own normal map, because that would be complicated. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna have to do is that we're gonna have to separate this area. So I'm gonna have to enter edit mode, and that's gonna cause Blender to stop responding, because this is a massive model. And if we look over here, we can see that, well, you can't see it because that area is so small, but it says right here, the tries are 12 million tries, and so yeah, that is a lot of polygons. So yeah, we're gonna, first off, yeah, I've selected the right one, so I'm gonna go into edit mode, and this is gonna cause it to stop responding. So while I'm waiting for this to load, I'm actually gonna go get a soda, because my throat is sore right now. All right, so while I'm waiting for that to go into edit mode, I'm gonna go get a drink. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm still waiting for it to respond and to finish entering edit mode. That's what happens when you're working with a massive model. Let me put this over here. No, actually, I'll put it over here. Normally, I have my tablet up on the screen here for the chat, but when I was preparing for this stream, I didn't realize that my tablet was out of battery. So it's charging on my desk right now. So I do not want my soda to be right next to my tablet while it's charging. That is not a good idea. So yeah, I'm just waiting for it to finish. And the good thing about doing it this way is that the more pieces that we create, the less polygons that this whole model is gonna have, because it's gonna be split into different pieces. And it is still going. Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, this takes a while. Yeah, you just have to keep waiting. Oh, okay. Well, I can move now. Well, that means it's almost done. There we go. Now it's an animal. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that with us in face selection mode, we're gonna go on this right side, and I'm gonna select this face right here, and then I'm gonna hold shift and select that face, because we're working with this area right here. So just select these faces. And for this door, I had to select every single face, which took a long time. I was going to do that on stream, but I decided no. I do not want to put you guys through that. Alright, and that's going to be that piece. And we're going to, when I separate this, it is also going to stop responding again. So be prepared for that. So P, separate by selection. Now the full model isn't gonna lose a lot of polys from this separation, because it only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's only gonna lose 8 polys from this, so it's not really a lot that's gonna lose, but this will allow us to work with it. And the good thing about this model is that it's already UV unwrapped, so we don't have to worry about UV unwrapping this. So this shouldn't take as long as the other one took. But yeah, it is gonna take some time. I can already foresee that when I get to the grass part, which you can see on the left there, that it's gonna take a long time to do. So yeah, we're just waiting and waiting. And once it finishes separating, what we're basically going to do is that we're going to create a new material and assign it. And then once it's assigned, we can actually leave edit mode. And once we leave edit mode, it is going to stop responding again, but it's not going to be as bad. You could tell I know this because this is how my computer works. My computer may be powerful, but there are certain stuff that even my computer takes some time to process. Okay, it looks like it's finished. I just need to, there we go. And so now that it's separated, we can, the next step is to go into object mode, which will stop responding. But it's not going to be that bad. It's going to, shouldn't. Should be almost done. I'm just waiting and waiting. But once, and sometimes things aren't as easy as they should be, and this is why we're doing this. So I'm just waiting and waiting. Yeah. And this is taking long. Hey, this is taking really long. This is taking really long. Last time it didn't take this long. I guess it's probably because I'm streaming this also. So it's a lot of information for it to process. Oh, I think yeah, there we go. Oh, that took long. Okay. So now that it's in there, you can see when it separates it automatically selects both of them. We don't want that. We want to only select this one. And you can see that because it's a lot less information for it to process, it doesn't take long at all for it to select it. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to go into the materials panel. We're going to click add a new material. I'm going to click new. And let's call this lower front pillars. And for this, we are actually have to go back into edit mode, but it's not going to take long because it's only like a few things. Yeah. So in edit mode, we're gonna press A to select all the faces of the object, and then we're gonna click assign, and that's gonna assign it the new material that we're gonna be working with, which is the material that we have right here. Sorry, my throat is really bothering me right now. So now we're in our material here, and so the first thing we're going to work with is that we're going to work with the base color. So for that, we're going to click add, and then we're going to click image texture. And we're going to go into our maps folder, which here, yep, this is it. And we're gonna select stone 01, and put the color into base color. And you can't really see it right now because it's selected, but we actually don't need to have it selected. But as you can see, it looks very flat. So we're gonna fix that. So to fix that, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna apply the bump map. Now, applying the bump map is really easy. It's a little bit different than applying a normal map though. So image texture. We're gonna open, and then we're gonna go into upload files, and we're gonna do stone B, and then we're gonna add bump. And then before we do anything, we're gonna change the strength to 0.1155. When I was making the door, that's what I put the actual door bump map to, and so I want to keep it consistent. So I'm setting it to the same value, and so for this, we're gonna drag and drop into height. And before we do that, let me just enter object mode and select this doors for reference. I'm just like want to make sure that I have everything correct. Yeah, okay, yeah, everything looks good. Okay, yeah, I just using that as a reference. Okay, and so with it in height, let's put normal put normal into normal. And you can already see the difference. It looks a lot more realistic. Now, I'm not really happy with that, with that brightness, with that specularity. So I'm actually going to create a specular map. Because this one doesn't have a roughness map. So I'm just going to, and I don't know how to make a roughness map. So I'm just going to quickly create a specularity map. It's very simple. So we're going to open up GIMP. Okay, and let's go to the image that we're going to be using, which is the regular stone one. And we're going to drag and drop it into here. And I will keep it, because I do not want to mess with that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to duplicate the layer. And then we're going to hide the original. Then we're going to go to colors, desaturate. We're going to change the mode to lightness HSL. Then press OK. Then we're going to go to filters, generic, high pass filter. Now this is a plugin, so I'm not going to go over like adding plugins to GIMP. It's a very simple process. It's just drag and dropping the plugin into your GIMP folder. So high pass filter, we're going to bump it up all the way. And we're going to click preserve DC. And press OK. Alright, and then we're going to do colors, curves. We're going to bump this down to like right about here. And then this, you're right about there. Yeah, right about there. That way we can really get into like the black and the white. And then we're going to press OK. And then we're going to go File, Export As. I'm going to leave the same format. But I'm going to go underscore S to keep it the same norm. To keep with the same naming convention. And click export. And we're going to click export. Okay, and it's done. And discard changes. And so this is our specularity map. So let's go. Might not be the best specularity map because I'm new at making spec maps. So I'm gonna put the camera right there so you can see the difference. So let's do image texture. Let's move it a little bit closer. Move this in so you can see it better. Click open. Go to the folder. And then we'll go to the image we just created. And then we're going to drag and drop color into specular. And there you go. You can automatically see the difference. Looks a lot better. And that looks pretty good. I am very happy with that. Yeah, I am very happy with that. It's not creating any overlapping. Yeah, so this one was really well done. The previous one had sorry about that, but my leg like unplugged my mic. But yeah, the previous one had some issues, but it looks like this one does not have any issues. So it looks pretty good. So how far are we in? We are at half an hour. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead. What should we work on next? I guess we'll work on this part right here. Now this is gonna take some time because we will have to manually slices within this thing, which will take some time. So let's edit into edit mode, which will take some time to enter into edit mode. We probably won't completely get through this. I want to say I want to do like probably like 2 hours. Now for this one, it's not we're not going to be doing any PBR. We're just going to basically just change it to be to be like a standard text standard principled BSDF, because we actually don't need a lot for this one. It's just a different color that we need, because this is ugly, because that default color is ugly. So I just need to wait. And it's done. It's gonna show up soon. Okay. So we're in face mode. So we're gonna get as close as we can. And so I do this row by row. And so yeah, we're just gonna select all of this as much as we can, as good as we can. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay. All right, that's the first row. the second row. Oh, that's weird. And yeah, we will have to select all those faces. The fact that it takes a couple seconds to select it does not help. I had already selected that. Okay. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's that one. And now we need to do the same thing to this side. Yeah, this should not take that long. Because I believe there is only one of these curves. The rest of them is just like flat curves. I don't think there's a complex curve like this anymore. Oh yeah, there's another one. But it's not as bad. Because I don't need to be zoomed in so much. That's that side. Oh, and it looks like there's an extra. I don't know why there's an extra face right there. This is probably a mistake he made, or whoever made this. Alright, we're almost done with this part. It's funny how we're doing all this simply to just be able to change the color on it. Wait a minute. Actually, I actually don't need to do that. Because the color that I'm going to be changing is all the same texture. So I actually don't need to do this. I am an idiot. So let's wait for it to finish. I cannot believe I realized that. There we go. So what we're gonna do is go into this, and all we actually need to do is just change the color. Make it completely white. Yeah, that looks okay. That looks perfectly fine. Okay, and now we need to find those other colors, which is right here, which should be that one. And we want to make that. Let's actually go into here. 0.949 and 0.16. So 0.949 0.016. Oops. 0.016. There we go. Yep, that's better. Now we can't do that trick for these because whoever made this model, they applied it to the same texture as the wall. So if we change the color on this one, it's gonna change the color on the whole wall, which we don't want. So the next thing, since I'm focusing on this area, the next area is to focus on this part, which we will have to separate. But before we do that, let's take a look at that. Let's try and figure out which one that is. I believe it is that one. And let's bump up the specularity on it. And let's trim down the roughness. There we go. That's all I want to do. Because this is a plaque. And so it should look like that. There we go. And for that one, nah, I'll come back to that. So we're gonna have to enter edit mode again, because we're gonna be applying the same shader to this one, to there, to make it look old. So back into edit mode. So we can separate it. just gonna check this really quick. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just checking my phone there. I'm still waiting. It should almost be done. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now this one isn't too bad because we don't have to worry about this, luckily. So same thing as we were doing before. So I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up. Luckily this isn't a lot we have to worry about. It looks like it's going by pretty quickly. Once we get this separated, it's gonna really look good. And so let's select these two. And let's select these two. It stopped responding there for a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Alright, now the well, not the difficult part, it's just, it's a lot to select. And the fact that there's a delay in selecting it doesn't help. We'll probably go on for, we'll probably continue this for like another hour or so, and then I'll gonna stop here. Stop there. Okay. Almost there. Okay, and now we do the underside of that. There we go. Yeah, I predicted by like the 1 hour and an hour and a half point, we should be done with this. Because we are at 1 hour and 4 minutes right now. So we should, we are making good progress with this. Once we get through here, it's gonna be smooth sailing because it's no more like, well, it's still an arch, but it's gonna be a lot simpler. Getting closer. Yeah, that's my goal, to have it done by an hour and a half. There we go. Okay. All right. Almost there. Hmm. Hang on really quickly. Okay. We're almost done with this section. And now we need to go over here. Oh, damn. Oh, damn it. There we go. Damn it. There we go. Alright, let's see how much more we got. Okay, so we just got 2 more rows to go. You know what? I'm actually going to treat it as 1 row. By going like that. That'll make it easier. Might take a little bit more time, but that way I can get through this. Okay. The thing, as I said before, the thing I don't like about working in a 12 million poly scene is that it takes a while for it to select a face. And this is why I said it's gonna take a bit more time doing it this way. But it's not a lot left that we have to select. Okay, I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom really quick, so I'll be right back. really quickly, I'm gonna do something really quick. I'm gonna test something out. Yeah. I'm just gonna post a link really quick in the Discord server. There we go. Okay, back to this. All right, so we're almost at the halfway point. If this thing would just select it. Okay, it seems to be going a little bit faster, but I'm not too sure if it's much of a difference. And I didn't even change anything. And yeah, so we still have all of that we need to select. Okay, we're almost at the halfway point. Yeah, I believe we're just about at the halfway point now. Okay. Let me see. No, this isn't the halfway point. The next one is the halfway point. This is the halfway point. Almost there. Well, not almost there. Still have a ways to go. And it looks like I am not going to reach my goal. Because we are at an hour and 24 minutes. And there is no way I can do all of this in 5 minutes. Well, maybe if I hurry, I can get it done like in 10 minutes. Okay, that's like the center point done. So we're now at the downcline. I'm gonna go into this one so that I can, because I don't know why. just start from this side. Almost there. Just 5 more. Oh, I actually might make it. We're at an hour and 28 minutes. I'm gonna make it. 2 more and an hour and 28 minutes. An hour and 29 minutes, and we are at the last 2. Done. So now let me just double check. See that everything is selected. Everything is selected. Okay. And so now P by selection, and here comes the Blender stop responding. Which is our breakpoint. So yeah, if we can squeeze out this one before 2 hours, I'll go into this section right here, because it's not gonna take that long to do that section. It's just two planes, and that section is actually gonna be full on brick. This section up here, though, that's gonna take some time. Because that is the same material as the entire wall. And so I don't want that. I'm going to have to select the entire thing and separate it, and then place the same material. Well, duplicate the same material, basically, that I did down here. And once this stops responding, well, starts responding, actually. We can do the next part. So yeah, getting closer. I've actually done a lot of progress today on this. I actually started this whole thing yesterday. And so yesterday I did the door, and today I did the pillars, the upper pillar, the lower pillar, the emblem, the archway, and maybe the actual brick on the above the archway. So yeah, that's a lot. I expected this was gonna take about 6 months to do. I still say it's gonna take about 6 months to texture this entire thing, but it's making good progress. So yeah. Okay. Alright, and now I need to enter object mode and enter the second part of not responding session. Because I don't want both materials selected. So with this, we are actually at 12,691,895 polys of the original. So I did this archway. It was at 692 million, at 692,000. Now we are at 691. So it is dropping. And the more we separate it, the lower that number gets, and the lower that number gets, the easier it is gonna be for Blender to enter and exit modes. Or actually, it would probably take less time. Also, if I wasn't in look dev view right now, but when I'm shading, I like to stay in look dev. That way, I can see what it looks like, even though it's not an actual representation of what the actual full render will look like. It gets you a good idea. So yeah, I just need to wait for this to enter object mode because this is taking forever. And I think I'm actually going to be streaming most of this production. Like, I'm not going to do the full production of this. It's going to be... Oh, there we go. It's not going to be the full production, but it's going to be most of it. Like, there will be a couple of that I'm just working on this, but I'm not actually, like, streaming it. But most of the streams for most of the upcoming streams are going to be working on this. Okay. So, we're going to be doing the same thing we did here. It's going to be the exact same material. So, I can actually just... I'll just create a new one with the identical stuff, so that way it's named accordingly. I'll call it door arch. And I hate how I have to re-enter edit mode just to do it. And then assign. Okay. And then re-enter object mode. Okay, and so now add image texture. Open. Maps. Stone. Base color. And that looks pretty good. It's gonna look nice. Okay, and now let's add the specularity, since that's the next one down. Open. Maps. Stone specularity. And then color. Oops. Color into spec. Here we go. It's not really shiny anymore. which is what we want, and then do the bump map. Add image. Stone bump. And then add bump.